You're listening to Combat Radio with Ethan Dettenmeyer, right here on LA Talk Radio.
Good morning, Phil. How are you? Here we are live from POPCON, and with our very good friend Cerina Vincent, who is you're like a little miniature show business industry on your own. You've got films and television and books and all kinds of stuff out there, haven't you? It's fantastic. I love it. See, I'm like that. I like having fingers in lots of different pies and making exams. What's going on? Tell us what's happening for you.
Thank you. Yeah, hi, I'm Cerina, everybody. Thank you for having me. A miniature show business. I like that. Well, I think in this business, you have to always have like a lot of irons in the fire, and then you hope that, you know, one of them or two of them catches and you actually get paid, right?
Which is the difficult thing in show business, is actually squeezing the money out of their hands.
I feel blessed. I feel like I've had a really great, you know, career, and it keeps sort of changing and morphing as, you know, I get older. But I've been an actress for many years. I started off on that kids show Power Rangers, so
I know you did Power Rangers. How was that?
Wait a minute, that was a kids show?
Right, I know, right? I shouldn't say that because there are many
changing my TiVo.
There are many adults that love Power Rangers. So I started off doing that, and then I was in Not Another Teen Movie, which was definitely not a kids show. He's laughing over there. Do you remember that? He's cute.
It's good when you make the crew laugh, because if you can make the crew laugh, you know that you're onto a winner. So.
Right.
First of all, it means they're paying attention and that our levels are going to be good.
Right. And then, so then I kind of moved from the kids show to comedy, and then I did Cabin Fever, and that sort of launched me into the horror genre, and then I've done a lot of horror and comedy. I do a lot of TV. Guest star things, and I write books.
I want to get into the books. I want to get into the whole cottage industry that is Cerina. But what would you say then is the difference between acting in comedies and acting in horror films? Is there a difference? Is it just about making it as believable as possible? Or?
I think there's a difference. I think when you're acting in a horror movie, especially if it's like a monster film or something, like you know. Your right mind knows that there aren't really monsters, so it's like a different kind of acting. It feels really false. Whereas if you're doing a comedy or a drama, you can really sort of connect with the character. Or comedy's all about timing too, so it's very technical. But if you're doing more dramatic roles, then you can really like connect emotionally to things. And so I think it's a different aspect of your brain and working and your heart and all of that.
Right, that's great. Did you, when you went into doing the horror films, like you just said, you know, your right brain tells you, okay, well, this isn't real. Did you go into it thinking, why am I doing this? I don't find these things scary. I don't. Was it surprising for you at all? Or?
No, I mean it's a blast to shoot a horror film. It's a total blast. It is not scary at all, because what makes a horror movie scary is like the music and when it's all edited together and
the pacing and the surprises and the way
the suspense, the sound is especially important for
it really
a
is.
horror
That's
movie.
the thing that gets
Make or
me
break.
to this day, and the fear of what the sound is going to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also now, because even though you know the tricks that filmmakers use, and being a filmmaker, I know them, but I'm so scared of what the sound is going to do to me that I can watch anything, but sometimes I got to cover up my ears.
If you cover your ears, then it's not scary. It's pretty interesting. I have a film that's coming out right now. It's called Monica. It's an action revenge thriller, and
Are you Monica?
I am Monica. Speaking of horrors, Stephen R. Monroe directed it, who just did the I Spit on Your Grave remake. So, and if anybody's in Las Vegas, on July 20th, you have to come to the Las Vegas Film Festival and watch it.
There you go. I've heard about this. Yes, apparently it's quite a up and coming event, the Las Vegas Film Festival.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's fun. It's a good time. I mean, it's my hometown too. I grew up in Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just bought a house there.
You did?
Yes, I know.
Where?
It's on. Well, be careful what I say live, haven't I?
Okay.
Or else
Just
I'll
give
be
me-
staying at that house.
It's on the west side. It's
Okay.
it's on sort of in the Lake Mead, West Lake Mead area.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so I know.
Cool. My family lives. My whole family still. I grew up there. I was born and raised.
Wow.
So are you going to be living there, or just like
No,
you have a
no.
house
I
there?
actually bought
it's
it.
a great
as
time to buy.
Yes, I bought it as an investment.
You can buy a house there for like $2.
It's,
If anybody wants to buy a house in Las Vegas, contact me. My mother's a real estate agent.
Oh, really?
If only you'd known, Mark.
If only
beforehand.
I'd known. Well, who knows? I'm
Find
thinking
me
about
on
doing it
Facebook.
again, actually. So,
Did
No,
you
I
just- know.
just now in front of us? Did you just branch into another
Another
aspect
business.
Right,
of your
yeah.
career?
And if you want to get married in Vegas, my dad owns a wedding chapel. You ready for this? I'm not joking. My grandmother moved over from Italy and ended up settling into this little home in Henderson, which you know where Henderson is,
yeah.
outside of Vegas, and raised 9 kids in the house, a tiny, tiny little house. And then they turned this area recently into a commercial area, and they wanted to keep the house and the family, so they turned it into this like adorable little wedding chapel. And now my dad marries people there. It's really random.
Good for well, you
But
know.
it's beautiful, and it's really like it's not like on the strip or anything like that. It's so if you. It's beautiful. They flew in pews from Italy. It's crazy.
So for the
It's
deluxe,
called Little Chapel on the Corner. I'm pimping out my family right now.
This is what it's for.
Yeah.
This is why we're here. We can pimp out the family. We can pimp
Yeah, but
out
I really
your
want
books.
everybody to come to Las Vegas on July 20th at 3 p.m. The screenings at the LVH and the Las Vegas Hilton.
well, I'm excited to learn that I now have a place to stay.
Yeah.
Mark
A place
Ryan.
to get married.
Yeah, and a place to get married.
But so
Yeah.
if I go to the wee chapel on the corner
The little
and I get the deluxe package, do I also get like autographed 8x10s of the chaplain's daughter?
right. My dad would just roll his eyes, like he would have he doesn't get this business at all.
Tell us about
I
your
should
books,
tell
'cause-
him that. I
Yeah.
should say, look, Dad,
Yeah.
we could get some more business here.
Yeah,
If we
absolutely.
attached a signed photo of me shaving my legs off in the bathroom from Cabin Fever.
Shaving your legs off?
Did you see Cabin Fever?
I don't think now
Eli
I
Roth's
want to.
first movie. This
Yeah, I
guy.
don't-
What's your name? He's so cute.
He's
Zach,
seen the
you
film.
guys are cute. Zach's seen it. That was a famous scene in Cabin Fever
Okay.
where I shaved my legs pretty much off.
I'm terrified at what that must have sounded like.
Yeah, it sounded awful. You got to see that movie though; it is good. If
I had to
used
stop
to
shaving my legs. I don't.
yeah.
No, I don't do it anymore. I've given it up. Tell us about your books. I'm also an
Okay.
author, so I'm curious to know
So-
how you transition from being horror scream queen to wedding chapels to.
No, I'm not a part of the wedding chapel, but yeah. So my girlfriend Jody Lipper and I, she was my very best friend. We were on a plane to New York, and there was some idiot on the Food Network telling people women how to eat fat-free, low-fat foods. And he took a giant.
Of course, it was a man. I love that it was a man.
He was
Yeah.
like kind of a heavy-set, middle-aged man telling women how to eat fat-free, low foods. So he took a fat-free tortilla, shredded zucchini, melted fat-free cheese, and threw some salsa on it, and was like, "There you go, ladies. You know, have your Mexican food and not be fat." And we were like, "Can I swear in this?"
Yes.
In fact, I
Okay.
demand that you do.
We literally were like, "Fuck that. That's crazy. If anybody should be telling women how to eat, like how to enjoy their food and like cut calorie corners
And be healthy
and be
and-
healthy, it should be us." And then we were like, we should call it "How to Eat Like a Hot Chick," and we should redefine the term hot chick to not be about what you look like, a physical, but
Take
an
back
inner
that term.
but an inner beauty, right?
Yeah.
And so we just started writing, and it became really funny. And basically, it's about enjoying your food and loving your body. And you can eat cupcakes and pizza and beer and martinis and
I eat like a
great.
hot chick.
And,
I'm going to start eating like a
and
hot
feel
chick.
great.
That's for sure.
And the book, so it took off, and it did really well. And we were published by HarperCollins. And
Yes,
and
this is a big deal.
And it really it's witty and irreverent and ridiculous, but at the same time, it's really uplifting. And so we've created with our brand, like, it's like a sisterhood of women, because there is so much crap out there in reality television where they put women against each other. So this is about like women supporting other women. It's girlfriend to girlfriend advice. So then we went on to write How to Love Like a Hot Chick, which was the girlfriend guide to getting the love you deserve. And then Live Like a Hot Chick is about finding balance in every part of your life. And
I want to be a hot chick.
And
I've decided.
Yeah, and you know what? Guys actually love our books too because they're funny.
Imagine,
we talk about sex and like they're insane and but make you feel good.
There is nothing. Obviously, there's nothing sexier than a funny woman, than a funny, smart woman.
Really?
And
that's nice.
Yes, of course.
Oh yeah.
And no matter what, again, the mainstream media might tell us and what images they might give us.
Yeah.
There is
dumb chicks aren't.
So is there? I would imagine. I can only hope. Is there a website where a blog gets maintained?
Yeah, we do. Go on to our. You can find us on Facebook. We're Hot Chick Book Series on Facebook and on Twitter, and we do a hot chick tip of the day. So every single day, we're posting like a little
And what is the name of the book?
The books are How to Eat Like a Hot Chick, How to Love Like a Hot Chick, and Live Like a Hot Chick.
Is it a Facebook page or a website? Give us the website so people can go to it.
You can go to heydayproductions.com, HEYDAY productions.com, or you can go to my website, CerinaVincent.net, and then it'll take you to where you need to go.
Excellent. Very good. Spot on.
Cerina, one of the things that I, having just met you, that I find really inspiring about you, and I think also very important is, you were saying at the beginning about needing to have lots of irons in the fire just for this business. But I also think it's really great that you're giving permission to so many other young women out there to be more than one thing. To be able to say, you know what, you get to be all these things because we are multiple things.
Oh yeah,
and it's
that's a really good point that you make, and we talk about that in the book too. Is like women are, well, we're all faced with this pressure, but women especially are kind of like, we're gone are the days where it's just a single income home. Like women are working, they're working full time. And they're having the babies, and they're doing the laundry and the cooking, and expected to like look a certain way.
They're wearing the lingerie, did you say? Oh,
doing
the laundry,
having the babies, wearing
the laundry. Okay, no, I just
expected.
Sorry, I was just
expecting to look a certain way, and it feels like too much, and it feels like a lot of pressure, and so the books also kind of give helpful tips on how to kind of like stop and relax and take some time for you and reconnect with yourself.
So would you say that having this, unexpected, because it doesn't sound like it was an aim that you set out to do, but this unexpected success with these books, has it also fueled your love of your acting, and has it helped it in any way?
It's absolutely helped it. I mean, it's actually, with our books, we've been on the Today Show like a bunch of times, and like, Good Morning America Extra, all those shows, giving advice and like talking about our brand and things, and so that was like, this is like now a whole other aspect of my career too, and we get emails from women that ask us questions that like want help with this or that. So
they feed
it hasn't really
each other.
helped me as an actress, but it's helped me as a person. Like I feel good about it. Like it does feel good to do something good and make people feel good, and
sure. Well, I mean, as storytellers, at some point we have to realize the most important story we're telling is not the one in any particular movie. It's the story we're telling with our lives.
Yeah.
And you are quite clearly telling an artfully told story with your life.
Thank you. That's really sweet. So I think I'm a big sis. Like I'm the oldest in my family, and I have a big, giant Italian family, and I have like that sort of big sister thing going anyway. So like I'm always giving like advice to my siblings, and they're like, we really don't want to hear from you. You've only natural.
It might be a big family, but you've only pimped out 2 of them.
Oh, I could go on and on.
Oh, come on now. There must be somebody else. Who's got a second-hand car lot?
Who needs the most help?
My sister's an amazing singer, so if you want to hire a singer for your event, go to AngelicArias.com.
Here we go. No, this is why we're here.
My brother Gino Vincent, Mint Companies in Las Vegas.
Gino Vincent.
Gino Vincent is as cool as his name. He's like the coolest person I know. He's my brother.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. I am pimping out my family now. I've never done that before.
Now, this is the first time they've done this event here.
Okay.
And, it's
Yeah.
like any first time. You really got to find out where everything... I mean, have you done conventions like this before?
Yeah, I have. I don't ever do... I've never really typically done them in LA, but I have around the world,
Do you think that it's because... I mean, LA's a funny town for this kind of thing, because you can bump into somebody in the Ralphs.
Yeah.
So
You go to the grocery store and run into,
Whereas, we went to one in Denver, Cool Waters and myself and Mike Grell, we went to one in Denver. It was the first time they were doing it there.
Mm-hmm.
They expected 5,000 people there. 20,000 people
Oh my
turned
God,
up.
really?
20,000 people. The
Wow.
fire marshal cut the place off. He said this room is not... There was a queue outside to get in.
Wow.
And because I think it's like an escapism, people want to... At the moment, the economy sucks, everything's bad. People are looking to escape from... At least have a day or an afternoon where they go, I don't have to think about that today.
I do think it's an interesting... I completely agree with you, but I do think, on this side of the table, from an actor's perspective, it is really nice to meet your fans. Because it's without them... I was talking before about how the horror genre is loyal,
Right.
a loyal community. Without them, no one would give a shit about me. You know what I mean? About casting me in movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a whole. We all need each other in
Right.
this business, and it's all part of it. So, and it's nice. To
Well, it's why we got into the creative arts to begin with. I mean, we wanted
make
to
people
use
feel and
to
make
connect
Absolutely.
to connect with
yeah.
our fellow human being, and
Yeah.
so to be separated from them, I think, is to a degree to be separated from what inspired us in the first place.
Somebody just asked me, it's kind of interesting, just indulge me for a minute. Somebody asked me, said, you always come suited up, you always look good, and you're always nice to people. And I said, let me tell you a story. I was doing Evita in the West End many years ago. And I was I was in the original cast, and I was playing Che Guevara at the time. And we did a Thursday after. We used to do 2 shows, Thursday, Friday. And I was walking through Soho. This is 1980, maybe 81. And I saw this face coming towards me, and it was Anthony Hopkins. Right, so this is before Silence of the Lambs. He'd just
Right.
done Elephant Man, Magic, and A Bridge Too Far, right? And I passed it. I literally walked him past him on the pavement. I went, don't be silly. I turned around, I tapped him on the shoulder, and I said, you don't know me from Adam, right? But I'm a big fan of yours. And I said, I just want to tell you, I'm working around the corner, and I study what you do. Anthony Hopkins stood in the street in a rainy Soho and talked to me for about 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
About acting.
Yeah.
And he said
Wow.
stage acting's all about big dramatic moments and dialogue and keeping the audience focused. He said screen acting is all about this.
Nice.
The inner turmoil, the inner thoughts. And I've always thought if it was good enough for Anthony Hopkins to give me 15, 20 minutes of his life, all these people come here from all over the world,
It
sometimes
makes
all
me
over
want to
America.
cry. It's true.
I have that effect on women. They usually when I start.
I'm really emotional.
Well, that's good.
Not in a crazy way, but in a
in a
tug on the heartstring kind of way.
No,
Yeah.
but that's so. If it's good enough for those guys, it's good enough for
and,
those.
and,
That's what I
and,
mean.
and we should
like that
never
story.
we should never allow ourselves to become so removed through the process of what we do from that joy of being in the audience and remembering what it's like to
Absolutely.
love something.
Absolutely.
And how
Yeah.
important it is then to get the opportunity to tell someone who's brought you joy, hey, you've brought me joy.
Right.
It feels good to be able to thank
Yeah.
someone in that way. And so it always kills me when I do those rare occasions when you see someone not able to receive
Not able
that
to-
kind of
correct.
praise.
It's
because you're really giving a gift to the person who wants to praise you. You're really giving them a gift by receiving it because it feels good, doesn't it,
Yeah.
to compliment someone we admire? Doesn't to be able to say that
Well,
to
to
Anthony Hopkins,
give, the
I mean,
more you give, the more you get. You
And
know,
particularly
I
with the
just
kids.
just read a Wayne Dyer quote this morning. Where is it? It's on my phone somewhere about that. To give is to receive.
With the kids come up to me obviously because they're Transformers and they want to talk about Bumblebee or Jetfire or any of the characters. And I've stood there sometimes and I've done the voice or I've had them a picture taken. That kid is going to remember that for the rest of their
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah.
And if you don't at least give that
Engage,
moment,
yeah.
you're doing it. You're not just yourself a disservice, but the whole industry. It's just that moment because they literally will come and go, "You're Bumblebee," or and I'll do a
Yeah.
voice or Jet or whatever,
So
and you can
cute.
see them light up, and it's like they're going to take that with them forever.
Yeah.
Ever. And if you don't do what you just said, if you don't engage them, that's going to stay with them forever.
Yeah.
So it's it's just giving a little back. It's not a lot to ask, is it?
I'm totally grateful for for that interaction, and I always end up
You're emotional. You get emotional.
I do. I get emotional, and
No,
I'm like,
it's good.
oh,
It's
I
a
love you.
beautiful thing.
You
It's
love me. I love
beautiful.
you. And,
Well, you're Italian.
I know. We love everything. We love everyone. Yeah.
And
Until you cross us.
And you know what? I hope you never. If I could strike anything from your vocabulary,
Yeah.
it would be, as you move forward, never say again, "I'm emotional." Not in a crazy way. Cut out the "not in a crazy way." I mean, we're so scared. We live in this culture that is so scared of emotion.
Yes.
No,
And-
but hold on though.
but you don't have
because
to-
there are actresses that are batshit crazy.
Absolutely.
And you do not, and I've had to work with some
Absolutely.
of them,
Absolutely.
and they will bring down a set.
But there is nothing
so
about.
you have to be. I want to make that clear.
But
like,
batshit howling at the moon crazy.
right.
There is nothing about your energy
Yeah.
that says crazy at all.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
This is beautiful
so,
to me.
You know,
thank
yeah,
you. That's
and
very sweet.
I'm very good.
that's Ethan Dettenmeyer, Combat Radio, making a cameo appearance.
Making a cameo
So
appearance.
again, the name of the film is Monica.
Monica.
It's going to have a big premiere at the Las Vegas
Well,
Film
it's
Festival.
me screening at the Las Vegas Film Festival, and then
July
stay tuned for
20th.
more. But follow me on Twitter at Cerina Vincent, and
go buy Hot
go
Chicks.
to serinavincent.net, and then follow the links to my real Facebook page, and then you can get all the updates on everything. Because there's a bunch of fake ones, and it drives me crazy.
Well, yeah, we want to be on the real one so that
We want to be on
Yeah.
the
so that we can own stock in the cottage industry that is Cerina Vincent.
It is.
And all my family.
Yes,
businesses
all
as
your
well.
family's enterprises.
Well,
And
we
now
are-
that I am a homesteader in Nevada, Las Vegas, I'm going to have to go and,
Yeah.
go and see what other businesses that they have taken over.
Oh yeah. If you need anything in Vegas, I guarantee you there's someone in my family that can help. Actually, we shot this movie in Vegas. We shot Monica in Vegas randomly. So and there were different like crises on the set. Like, oh shit, we don't have badges, and I was like, oh, I have a cousin who's a detective. I call my cousin. I'm like, Luke, it was like midnight. Can I borrow your badge for this movie? And you have like 12 more. And we need gun holsters too. And like,
And by the way, yes.
yeah, it's funny. It was,
You're about to become the film commissioner for Las Vegas.
And
I
why
should
not?
be.
Yeah, you should be.
You know what? Yeah.
Oh, now you see, look at the
Yeah.
wheels turning.
Wheels.
The emotions
Another iron in the
flickered in a
fire.
completely different way
No,
there.
I saw actually a little bit of crazy just now. I'm going to take back. No,
Serena, thank you so
Serena,
much.
thank you.
You guys.
Absolutely.
You're listening to Combat Radio with Ethan Dettenmeyer. Right here on LA Talk Radio.